Hello everyone, I'm Diego and I'm one out of 3 triplet flames who are rainbow star people. And today I'd like to wish all of you a happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm wearing all green. I'm even wearing my lucky bracelet with the little horseshoes. So anyways, today I'm going to be talking about why I no longer eat animal products and why I eat plant-based. But before I get into this topic, please like this video and subscribe to this YouTube channel for more content like this. Okay. So, I became plant-based for a number of reasons, but I'd like to tell you all a quick story as to what convinced me to become vegan. So, back in college, when I first started college, I became vegetarian. And then I ended up switching schools and going to Nazareth College, which is now known as Nazareth University. And while I was at Nazareth University, I met this girl who was vegan, and I had a really big crush on her. And she ended up convincing me to become vegan. She told me to become vegan because it's better for the environment. Oftentimes, animals are treated poorly, like, for example, chickens, that people consume their eggs. Chickens are often mistreated. Same thing with cows. Cows are often mistreated. People try to drink cow milk, but these cows are often put in very difficult and unfortunate conditions. So when she told me about those things and how being vegan saves more water than being vegetarian, she convinced me to become vegan. And let me tell you, I do have a thing for vegan ladies. There's something about someone being vegan that just really catches my attention, and for whatever reason I've had crushes on multiple vegan women in the past, and especially on this woman that convinced me to become vegan. Anyways, so that's why I became vegan. I was essentially convinced by someone I had a crush on to become vegan. But I became raw vegan for a different reason. So I basically became raw vegan in order to improve my mental health, because I was suffering from having hallucinations on a nearly daily basis. And I actually ended up coming across this really inspiring story of Victoria Everett St. John. Victoria Everett Collins is her current name now. Anyways, so Victoria Everett became raw vegan after she was bedridden. She was over 220 pounds. She was on 10 different medications. She literally could not move from her bed. And she was diagnosed with diabetes. She had high blood pressure. She also had schizophrenia and depression and anxiety. She also had high cholesterol and high blood pressure. And she was taking 10 different medications for all of those conditions that she had. And basically, when she became raw vegan, she started eating tons of fruit. She ate fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds eventually too. But mainly fruit is what she started off with. And she noticed she went down to a healthy weight. She came to this point where she no longer needed to take medication, so she came off of all 10 of her medications. And she's been healthy ever since she's been raw vegan. And that story inspired me to become raw vegan. And actually, this was back in 2020. I was able to taper off of medication for about 7 months. Now, the mistake I made was I ended up firing my psychiatrist and my therapist, and I stopped taking nutritional supplements. So after 7 months, after I fired them and after I stopped taking my supplements, I slipped into a psychotic episode, and I ended up realizing that I'm not the same as Victoria Everett. Raw veganism alone wasn't enough for me to stay healthy. I've had to combine multiple things together to stay healthy. I've needed to take nutritional supplements, go to therapy. I've been taking medication, but I'm hoping I can eventually taper off. And I've needed to meditate and do yoga and do exercise, make sure I get adequate sleep. All of these basic things that contribute to my well-being have prevented me from going back to the hospital. I've also gone about a year without hallucinating. So this is really good news for me, and it's been very helpful for me, and I hope that my story helps inspire other people to find their healing journey towards being healthy again. And yeah, so that's what I wanted to share today. I hope that all of you found this video helpful. I just want to state some more reasons why I think being plant-based is good for the environment. So I think you can look this up, but it takes a ridiculous amount of water to produce 1 pound of beef. And that's because cows consume a lot of resources, they consume a lot of water, and they consume a lot of grass. And basically any kind of animal is going to consume a lot more water than plants, because plants are a lot more efficient. So when you are raising livestock, like feeding chickens, you have to water all the corn, and then all of that corn gets eaten by the chickens. And that ends up consuming way more water than just directly feeding corn to a human. So basically, raising animals for animal agriculture not only contributes to more methane in the atmosphere and in the air, but it also contributes to a large consumption of water, much larger than raising any kinds of plants would. Also, being vegan is shown to lower people's BMI. So if you have problems with being overweight or obese, being vegan increases your chances of going back down to a healthy weight. And being plant-based, I find people who are plant-based actually smell really good. I noticed that when I became raw vegan and started eating lots of fruit, I noticed I didn't have any body odor, and like I just started smelling really good. So there's that extra bonus there from being plant-based. Also, another reason I'm plant-based is because it's good for my mental health and my physical health. Like, I have muscle tone, I have abs, like I know that sounds silly to talk about, but I've noticed ever since I became raw vegan, like I became much more fit and in shape, and like I actually have muscle tone. I'm not overweight. Like, I actually, back in college when I was just becoming vegetarian, I used to binge on sweets, and I had a problem with binging. I would stress eat, basically, and that ended up causing me to become overweight. But when I became vegan and raw vegan, my weight went back down to healthy weight. So if you want to find a way to manage your weight and want to lose weight, becoming raw vegan is like literally the best way you could possibly do that. Now, you need to make sure to eat adequate amount. With raw vegan, you actually have to eat more than you would with other kinds of eating lifestyles, because you need to consume a lot more fruit in order to get enough calories in your system. So I basically just eat just as much as I want. Like, I eat as much as I want every day, and I don't really count calories. And I'm still fit. I still look good. I'm not really skinny, I'm not really fat, like I'm a nice in between, and it's because of the way I've been eating, and it's been really helping me a lot. So yeah, I became vegan and raw vegan basically for the health, for the environment, and for sustainability. Thanks so much for watching. Peace out. Much love, and may all be free.